Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Clarice. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Silence of the Lamb, the original.
No.
Haley just watched that the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you'd like it. It still holds up, man. It still holds up. I think any classic movie that is made before cell phones is a better movie, only because like the cell phone basically ruins all of those storylines. Like if you had that form of communication, the movie wouldn't exist, because you could have just like called for help, or you know, you would. Oh, I can't get a hold of him. RCBs don't work. What?
RCBs don't work.
It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, a cell phone would have solved that. I know you're saying, what the heck? What does that have to do with car audio? Not a damn thing. However, we're driving back right now from Orlando, where we just spent the weekend doing some trainings for JVC. So it was a lot of fun. We put together a pretty solid package for them. We also had Matt Yeager from iData out there.
iData Maestro, yeah.
And we had Marcus and Josh and Seth doing their thing, and then the three big dogs hanging out.
Yes. What's going on, guys? What's up, Angel? Why put fuse back with the amplifier? Question mark.
Oh, that's a cool question, actually. And I say that only because this was a debate that kind of raged on for a little bit, and I ended up I got tired of debating it, so I got a hold of a couple of my engineer friends that work for some of the bigger companies, and I really wanted to talk to them about it, because they all build these amplifiers that don't have fuses on the side of them, that have short circuit protection, and they all have these cool names for basically protecting the amplifier, so it's awesome. Where they kind of get gray on it, and admittedly so, they all admitted, like, this is where we kind of get gray on this. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, a lot of accidents.
Is that if you're doing one amplifier, you're fine. That circuit that's built into the amplifier will protect the amplifier. You need a fuse underneath the hood, obviously, to protect the wire.
Correct.
Where you run into the gray is when you're using multiples of those amplifiers, and that you have, you know, a sub amp and a 4-channel, or 2 4-channels, or 2 monos, whatever. In which case, then they don't come out and say it a lot of the times, but they'll tell you, they'll say, hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you fused between those amplifiers. And that is because even though they'll say, like, this is 99.99% effective, there's a 0.001% chance that amplifier might decide that when it goes thermonuclear, it might pass through and take the other amp out with it, and that could be bad, as we could all assume. So by fusing, when you have multiple amplifiers, we're adding fuses in there, then that would solve that problem, and you wouldn't have to worry about it.
And it's also to save you car, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, reality is that the one underneath the hood should do the job. However, what we run into now is that we have, let's say we have 2 amplifiers, and one's a 60, the other one's a 60, so we have a 120 amp fuse underneath the hood. There you go. That 120 amp fuse might not blow because the resistance isn't there, and if the power wire doesn't go directly to short, you know, so yeah, it's more there for that. But when you're running one amplifier,
you're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah. Hey, Josh is watching.
Josh is driving home just like we are.
Just like we are.
Josh, the big birthday boy from the weekend.
Yeah, so everybody say happy birthday, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what, 10 now? Maybe
I know,
12,
I think he's 15.
He's 15?
15.
Yeah.
He just turned 15.
Yeah, he's got good hair though, man. He's still got good hair. Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty cool. What up, guys?
What's up, guys? Yeah. I'm jealous. It's really just me being jealous.
Yeah, man. She's like, these. Just finished watching my team take care of the Lions. Go Cowboys. Okay.
Oh, there you go. As a Michigan person, I have no love for the Lions, but you know there'll always be the team that, you know, I had 10 years of Michigan, so it's like, oh, the Lions.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. He's 17.
Oh, he's 17.
He turned 17. Hi from Sweden. What's up?
What's
Thank
up?
you for watching.
Oh,
Fang of the truth.
I want
What's
to go.
up, man?
I want to go to Sweden just because Swedish Peter is like, you got to drink the water here. And me being the water connoisseur that I am, that I like to drink water. I have no like. I can't tell the difference between good water. I just know bad water. Like I don't like it. And he's like, no, you have to come to Sweden. We have the best water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I mean, that's enough reason for me.
Would you guys do a DSP video?
I don't see why not. It's just when you say principles of tuning, I guess that's where it gets kind of like what do you really like?
When I say like everybody should know.
Okay.
And I think we already made that video multiple times.
Yeah.
You know. Sorry.
Holy shit.
Dude,
yeah,
that
wow.
was crazy.
Dude, this guy was driving like a bat out of hell and his tire just blew out right next to us.
I don't know if somebody hit him or I don't know, but like parts just start blowing.
Holy crap.
Drive safe, guys. Drive safe, Josh, please.
Dude, that was insane. Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, that scared me.
No kidding. I just saw the car and he was like.
And I look in that mirror and I just see parts flying and I'm like, what the frick just happened?
Wow.
Holy cow. Anyways.
All right. So welcome to the tuning guy.
Oh yeah. So we're talking about tuning.
Yeah.
So I will say this. Since Josh is there, this is kind of quaint because this joys him. So the purpose for this training that we just did with Josh and everyone else was to help train distributors that sell to people like us on how to market or how to talk to or how to help them talk to people like us. You know, so it only makes sense to have, you know, they're people, you know, people like us talk to people like them and say, hey, here's some ideas and how we've used these products. So it all kind of made sense. But one of the fun things we did is Josh has the JVC 1000 in his truck, which is that cool 10-inch radio. And we wanted to, so last night we took some of the guys out. We had, volunteers, anyone that wanted to come out. So there was about 15, 20 guys.
That was more than that.
Okay, there's a bunch. I don't know. I was talking.
Yeah.
And what it was is we were showing them some of the basic tuning with the JVC radio.
Yeah.
And using they have the 9-band parametric EQ. They have the time alignment with level controls for each channel. It has. We were talking about how loudness actually works, and we were talking about the crossovers, both standard 4-channel front rear sub and network mode, which is tweeter mid subwoofer, which that radio will do. And so I put together like super fast. We did like a 5-minute tune. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna slow down here. We put together like a 5-minute tune, and we got them in the car, and the idea was to explain to them these few features and how they could talk to somebody like us on how to use them, and introduce them to DSP and how DSP works in a basic sense. So it was kind of like a gateway drug, like learn how to use your radio's DSP before you learn how to use a bigger DSP. That way you can kind of stair step from the radio with all those key features into something bigger with, obviously 30 bands per channel or 15 bands per channel, whatever it may be. So it was really fun. And the other side of it was to show how you could take just a radio, even though very high-end radio, and just by pressing a few buttons and spending 5 to 10 minutes in the car, substantial difference in sound between out of the box and improved. And it was 4 things that we talked about. It took about 10 minutes. And again, it was, I guess that would be like basic principles, these 4 principles that you can talk to your dealers about, and they then can, learn and act and deliver a better product.
Or you, now that you listen to you as a consumer, if you have your DSP, your radio, you can apply those dash.
Dude, he's got like a stunt wall box on his dash. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. So
So, with a needle and thread.
I'm going to see you guys on Knowledge Fest in February.
Vegas, baby.
Mel told me that he misses you guys.
We miss Mel.
Yeah, we miss Mel. Yeah,
But
we're gonna see
Mel
him next week. Yeah, that's right.
Stay tuned. We'll have Mel on the show. For those of you guys who don't know who Mel is, for one, how do you not know who Mel is? But he's Mr. SPL World Champion.
He's the Mr.
You know, but okay, so to be fair, when I say Mr. SPL World Champion, as you guys know that follow the SPL, even the sound quality world, there is a lot of world champion. It's almost like the Guinness Book of World Champions. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you? I'm a world champion. Okay, well, what category?
What category? Yes, of course.
But not anything to be taken away from that, because that means you were the best in that one category, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take it. Like, dude, I see these guys with these rings and these trophies, and that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you have.
I think that's the goal, though.
Anything,
I mean, if you're gonna do that,
you have categories in anything.
Yeah.
Box, you have categories.
In box?
In boxing.
Boxing?
Yeah.
Oh, boxing. Yeah.
Alright. What do you think of SoundStream Rubicon Nano amplifiers?
SoundStream Rubicons?
Yeah.
I mean, like the classic silver Rubicons from back in the day. I mean, we sold them, but that was a long time ago. As far as the current Rubicon amplifier SoundStream, I don't know. I don't know anything about those bad boys. You know, every time we get in that area where we're like, hey guys, tell us about your stuff, they do the SpongeBob. Just kind of dip out. So.
Yeah. Oh, dude, talking about SpongeBob, damn, Camaro.
Oh, the Camaro with the SpongeBob, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. So,
yeah.
Why don't hit units in the USA come with ISO connectors? Here in Europe, they do it in all.
Yeah.
That's need to connect them in adapter from the car plug to ISO, not soldering on basic installs.
All right, so there's a couple things why, you know, the U.S. market is clearly different than the European market, especially in the laws in which how the cars are made, and you know, the technology. Whereas a lot of European cars all use the same harness in every car. So like if you get a BMW, you get an Audi, you get a Mercedes, they're all using that same factory. What we here in the States call a European or German plug. It has nothing to do with whether it's German. It's just that those cars, most of them are from Germany. So they all use that same plug. Whereas here, you know, Ford alone has 4 or 5 different plugs over the years. And so as a radio manufacturer, they're like, screw that, we're just going to make our own plug. Yeah. And that's that, you know. So it becomes kind of, now, one of the things that iDataLink here has started to do is they just came out with their new versions of all their harnesses. And so when you buy the iData T harness, that is going to plug into the car, plug into your RR or your RR2, and then you'd have wiring typically that would go off to, let's say, your Kenwood JVC or Alpine, whatever harness. You'd solder together. We don't have to do that anymore because they now have their own harness on the end, and they make adapters so that just like when you guys have to go from like an old to a new harness and you just plug that thing in and then plug it into the car, it's kind of the similar idea. So like this iData that you plug in, and on the other side of it is the Pioneer Kenwood JVC harness. You just plug it into the radio. So even on the more advanced radios now that have like speed sense wires and emergency brakes and reverse triggers and all that, those harnesses are all done. And it's a really nice T harness. They took some cues from an installer that does a lot of stuff on video that they were getting aggravated about how we kept taking their wiring harnesses apart. And so now they're V-shaped, so that you have like 10 inches of wire off one side of the brain and then 10 inches of wire off to the other side. So there's like 20 inches of wire so that you can really take and hide that brain box wherever you need to, and then loop back up to the radio, which is like awesome. Yeah. So they're not the first ones to do that here. Years ago, Metro did that for Circuit City.
And they took it away?
You know, it was one of those things where it was like, you know, it's Circuit City. So iData brought it back. which is cool because
I think it's great.
The patent was up on it.
Yeah.
The other thing too. Now here's the really scary part. So Kenwood, JVC both make ISO harnessed radios, and they're their entry-level models, which they are getting from a company over there. I don't know where the build house is making them. And I think if you think about it, a lot of the guys here look at that and go, oh.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, here in America it's totally different. You see those type of plugs and you think it's cheap. It's just not.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh man, I don't want this thing.
Yeah. Which I know is weird.
But it's because we got used to totally different. So
we grew up on different cereal.
Right, Hypnotized by JVC.
That was Haley last night.
Oh, you guys have to wait. And watch the.
We had a guy. They hired the entertainment last night. Was they hired a Hypnosis to come in and
hypnotize.
They took like 14 guys.
Yeah.
And they whittled it down to 4.
Yeah.
2 of which were. I'm sorry. 1 of which was totally faking it. The other guy.
Oh no, few of them because like.
Well, at the very end, there was 4 guys on the stage at the end.
Yeah.
One of them was totally faking it. One of them was half in and out, but then he got a cramp, so he kind of woke up, but he didn't want to like.
No, but he was out.
But he was out.
He was out.
And then 2 of them, Haley being one of them, were totally hypnotized.
Oh my God!
It was. It was awesome.
She was the best.
Dude,
like,
it was incredible.
She was out, and God, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Josh got hypnotized too.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, because he thinks he's 17.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Marcus tried to.
Marcus tried to. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, it was really interesting. It was really interesting. So everyone had a blast.
So you just gotta wait for The Boring Life with Dana Haley. So we'll see.
Boring Life with Dana Fernando. I don't know how I'm gonna edit that.
I think you should put it in her channel so they can have fun. Because that was hilarious.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get to watch it. You'll get to watch it eventually.
You're gonna get to watch it. Yeah.
I
think it's similar to why iPhones will come with USB-C soon. Europe is more consumer friendly.
I mean, is it though? I don't know. I mean, I feel like the right to choose, you know?
Yeah.
You can't, don't tell me what to do is kind of the American way. You can't tell me what to do.
No.
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Have you guys come across the Pioneer TSV series speakers? From what I can find, they are from the Singapore market, but can buy them around the world. They claim to be made in Japan. Which one we have?
Well, okay.
No, we have the Caris.
We don't have those. We have A's.
Caris.
We have
Cariserias.
Carizeria. Yeah, that's the Japanese one. So Pioneer.
Them carrots because
carrots. Pioneer is a speaker manufacturer at heart. That was where they started.
Yeah.
You can Wikipedia is a great place if you ever want to like dig deep into these companies. Pioneer being an old company.
Yeah.
They made speakers, and they still make speakers. They still make a lot of speakers. But yes, they have some incredible speakers that are not available here in the United States because they just won't sell in a quantity that the Japanese companies would want to sell here in the U.S. So there's a certain mindset that it's like, hey, if we can't sell X amount, then it's just not worth it to do. Because between the import costs and the marketing and the packaging, and it's like, yeah, we got to be able to make back all that money that we're going to spend and still turn a profit, because believe it or not, these are for-profit businesses, like pretty much everything on the face of the planet. We all want to make money.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
We got bills to pay, man.
Bills
to pay, so we don't always end up with some of these products.
I have a set of Focal KX2s, right?
Yep.
That I want to run active of a JL600.4 amplifier.
Yep.
We'll put in the tweeters in their own channel below them, as they rated at 50 watts RMS, but the amplifier puts out 100 RMS per channel.
No, the power shouldn't be the problem. The problem is going to be getting the appropriate crossover. It's a KRX2, so you're going to need a crossover at 5,000 hertz. That is what they recommend. 5,000 at 24 dB. So if you can't accomplish that
on the amplifier, then don't do it.
That's going to be your problem. The other thing too is that don't go in there putting in like all the dBs of overlap. Keep it simple, man. Just keep it simple. Keep the gain where it needs to be. Keep your volume in check. We typically, when we run that speaker, we're putting it off 2 channels of the AudioControl D61200, the D4, and that's 150 watts, 125 watts?
125.
Yeah, 125 watts. So, I mean, we've run plenty of power to these things all the time. And as long as you have the barriers set in place the way they need to be, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Like Dean said, just be careful. Looking forward to see your review on the new Metro RAM dash kit when at SEMA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. That is going to be a yes. We'll just say that. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get into the Metro booth and kind of see what they got coming out. Take some pictures. Last year we did the after show. If you remember last year, we took a bunch of pictures of all the new stuff.
Yeah.
And then we did like a new stuff we saw.
Yeah. So we have different idea, right? For SEMA,
we still might do that though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we got a lot of things we want.
We have a lot of things, but
we have a lot of logs in the fire, as it were.
Yeah.
I think is that the phrase? I don't know. Marshmallows in the bag. I don't know.
I think we are in the fire. That's probably.
Yeah. It's probably getting a fire.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to get fired.
I don't want to get fired either. I mean, Yeah, that's what it is.
Sure. Let's not talk about fire. Do you ever think wireless audio signal from the head unit to an amplifier DSP will be common?
It's funny. This is one of the things that was talking about was that he is a friend of his that works for a technology company, and that is one of the things that they do there is they develop a wireless communication system between all these sound points.
Okay.
And is it something we're going to see at some point? Yeah, but I don't know if we'll see it in car for a while just because of all the hurdles of noise and stuff like that, and voltage requirements, and also price. Because if you think about it, this is the thing. Anytime you introduce new technology, the price is going to increase. It has to be more. And it's not like it's going to stay that price. Eventually it'll get cheaper. But if you look at an amplifier manufacturer, pick any one of them that you want, whether it's... this is good. Pick any of them that you want, whether it's an internet brand or whether it's a factory brand or whether it's whoever. There's a price associated with it. And anytime... look at a DSP amplifier compared to a regular amplifier and what the price difference is between those two, all right? Now you're going to introduce something new like this, like a technology that is actually reliable, sounds good, does everything it needs to do. And if it is not as good as an RCA from a head unit, but it's, let's say, $200 more, who's going to buy it? Who's going to buy it?
Yeah.
Nobody. And then you're just going to get guys on there complaining about how stupid it is, and it's like, why would I do this? This is dumb. And it's like, no, it's not dumb. We're trying to push the needle forward. We're trying to come out with new stuff. We're trying to innovate here. Yeah, but it sucks and you're charging me for it. Innovate on your own dime. And it's like, I can't do that. You guys were asking for it. This is the best we got. How many of you guys are going to pony up, And they're going to be like, I'm not going to pony up for that. You're ridiculous. And it's like,
sorry, Rob.
Okay. So,
yeah,
part of innovation is decided by the consumer. And what the consumer will pay for. If the consumer is like, we're not paying for that shit, then
just not.
We're not going to innovate it because
who's going to pay for it?
Who's going to pay for it?
Correct. Yeah, I'm not paying for it.
No, it's everything comes at a price.
That's right.
Whether you want to pay it or not.
That is correct. Why will be a good front stage upgrade? For a 2020 Mustang budget, it's around $3,000. Oh no, I'm sorry, $3,000. $300.
So I'm guessing guessing you're just talking about the speakers themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's a three-way speaker, and that's a tough one. Especially if you're going to have to go passive, which I assume at the $300 price range, you're not going to be having, you know, 10 channels of amplification attached to it, and or you're going to hook it up to the factory stereo, which is going to be.
I mean, it's like $300
bad.
is so low.
It's very low. But I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, you need a tweeter for the dash. You need a 2.5 for the door, and you need a 6.5 for the bottom.
Yeah.
If you're going to amplify them, and you need something that's passive, I think the cheapest 6.5 or three-way system with a 6.5 that we do in that is the Morel.
Yeah.
Maximus.
No, I'm sorry, Maximus. Yes,
just a regular Maximus three-way set. And yes, that is more than $300.
Yes.
It's not a lot more than $300, but it is more than $300.
Yeah.
If you're trying to cobble it together, and you're like, dude, $300. I think the only way I could do that, the only way I could think to do that with the brands that we carry would be if I sold you a set of Kenwood 6.5s components, you know, tweet and component, and I use the C2 as that 2.5-inch mid-range. Okay, that would be it. And which we've done. We did it last week or the week before last, where the guy had the JL Audios, and he came with a 4-inch, and I'm like, that's not gonna fit. And he's like, dude, I spent all this money on these C5s. I can't. So all right, well, we'll put a C2 Kenwood in there, and then it worked out. I mean, it worked out. It was nice. It was kind of cool. Luckily, you know, it had similar crossover points to what their 4-inch had. So in the end, it all played well. But he also had the passive crossovers and all the other whatnot. So no, it's doable. That would, like, if we're just trying to do it, that would work.
Yeah.
I'd still go for the Morels and save a little bit more money. So the thing you gotta remember too is that, like, how long are you gonna keep the car? You know, everyone's in always a hurry to get stuff done, and I get it. I mean, I was the same way. Like, I could not wait. It's like, oh, I gotta wait another week. This sucks. But why do it twice?
Yeah, and that's what I'm going, because sometimes you're gonna hurt somebody that says, yeah, no, that's fine, just do this and that, and that will work. You have a three-way.
Yeah, it'll work.
And then in the end of the day, you're not gonna be happy.
No, yes.
And you're gonna spend double the money, because now you have those speakers.
In the back of your mind, you're always gonna be thinking, damn it, I should have waited.
That's
and they might not be like that, but me, it's like, I'll just wait because I know how I am. It's like, if I want something, I'm gonna put my mind to it. I'm gonna save up. I'm gonna do the work, and I'm gonna get what I actually want. And I try not. I mean, at this point in my life, I try not to settle.
Hey man, I've been saving a lot of money to buy my car, so yeah, I just waiting. I just keep waiting. That's why.
You're the worst.
Can you hook up a 6.5 sub in their own box in a cabin, right?
Yeah.
In a car, and a 10-inch in their own box in the trunk. So all right, so we talk about 10 in the trunk,
6 in the front.
6 in the front.
That would actually be the best way to do it.
At the same channel.
No.
Of the amplifier or 2 ohms without blowing anything in.
It's not the blowing units. No, you can't do that. The 6.5 can't play like a 10. They have to be on their own channel.
No, because you always want.
Well, yeah, because that means that the
more
10,
power handling on the 10.
Yes, and what would happen is the 10-inch would have to be set. You have to play to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
So you'd have to set the 10 up for the range of the 6.5.
Yeah, that would never work.
That would suck.
Yeah, no.
So yes, you could do a 6.5 up front and a 10-inch in the back, but they have to be on their own channels, and they have to be crossed over appropriately and volume controlled for the 2 of them.
Yeah.
But no, that's not terrible, but no, you can't.
Not in the same amplifier.
Not in the same amplifier.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, no.
And it's a 6.5. Just get something small.
Yeah.
A little 200 watt guy. Be nice.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What's new from JVC this year? The normally modern brand. Modest.
one of the things that...
Well, let me tell you the secret. They're gonna...
Yeah. No, it's not that there was any new products to talk about. One of the things that it was important, like I said, this wasn't a dealer conference.
No.
This was a distributor conference.
Right.
And so a lot of the focus on this was the relationship between JVC and the
manufacturer and the distributor.
The distributor. There's certain products that JVC is making specifically for the distributor that like you can only get through the distributor, which is then going to sell only to the retailer, which is cool. But as far as like new products go, they talked about a couple new radios that are coming out, which we know that there's new radios coming out. There's always new radios coming out.
Every year, man.
And that's really about it. This really wasn't about new products. This was more of
relationship, like you said.
Relationship, and also just kind of getting the J. So I know this sounds crazy, but as a manufacturer or just anybody, you need a story. You need something for someone to grab onto and appreciate. I mean, and that was what this was. This was them having the opportunity to be face to face with their clients, with their customers, JVC with their, with these distributors that they may have never met before. COVID, if some of you remember, some of you didn't believe it happened, but the reality was there was a lot of us couldn't do anything. They know who are the distributors, but it's been so it was a lot of face-to-face time. So this was at the core of it a relationship building experience, which was really cool. This was like something we have never done before.
No, and actually that was pretty cool. Yes, so thank you to JVC.
They're so nice.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Scott, Steve, Tom, Rich, Harry, Bob, all of them.
What?
I know.
I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just talked to Paul, and he says you guys have to go back to the shop. The Polaris Slingshot just came in for a full install. Yes.
Okay.
We are on the way.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I got my T27 bit all ready to go.
That's right.
Yeah, 200 screws later.
Do you think I'm Global by buying AudioControl is a good thing, or will have a better by selling myself?
I mean,
so stay by self, or now that they are without.
Well, okay, so there's a couple things that obviously we can't talk about that we know is coming, thanks to the relationship between the two of them now.
By Fang of the Truth.
Some of it was already in the works before the buyout, but this has the potential to be really awesome. There's going to be some really cool products that are coming out, and that I think is the most positive aspect of it. Now, only time will tell. Anytime two companies merge, or a company buys another company, you never know what is going to happen. You never know. But what we've been read in on, and what they're telling us, and just what we're seeing from them, it looks really positive. And we're really excited for them. And, we're excited because we'll get the opportunity to talk about all this stuff that they have coming out. So that'll be cool. Yeah. That'll be really cool. And it's all cool stuff. So, as you guys know, I love talking about cool stuff.
Sometimes it's crazy because you know what's coming, right? And you just wait, and it's like, really?
Well, dude, how many times we waited years
for the 5-channel, right?
Years.
We knew,
well, no, just all of it. I mean,
and it's like,
think of Rockford.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
They're like, we were like, hey, when are we gonna 2024?
Yeah.
2024? Holy shit! Okay, can't wait.
No, but hey,
2024. Oh, good lord.
But that's when they ask you why they don't come out like this. I mean, it
takes time.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it takes time. Holy crap.
But Yeah.
No, I was just thinking like when they were like, dude, they just laid it on us. We're like, dude, you know what we have to do to come out with this thing? And I was like, actually, no, I don't. Could you tell me?
Yeah.
And then they tell you, and you're going, wow, 2024. Like a really, you're gonna have it done by then? Wow.
I think it's great.
Somebody better be working overtime.
Yeah. Can you tell the difference with more expensive speakers connected to the $300 radio?
Well, okay, that's one of those, you know, is this better than that, or if I hook that up, and it's like, you know, we don't ever do that, so I don't know. The only answer to that I could give was just if you look at it from like okay, sound travels from the source out, so if your source is substandard, it really doesn't matter what you have on the other side of it. It's only going to be as good as what you're feeding it. All right, so to me, that is how I would approach a subject like that. So what if I buy this? Or so what are you going to be doing? All right, well,
Right.
It's only as good as the beginning.
I just feel that you don't expect like you're gonna have tons of power and like twice as loud. It's gonna be feature-wise, right? You're gonna have better features. Some of these radios, that budget, $300, you get, you know, like 4-volt.
It's still a basic radio.
Right,
I
but that's
mean,
what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah. But there again, it
Depends what are you looking for.
But my answer to that is like, listen, everything should match up, and what I mean by that is like for like. You know, if you're buying a moderately priced system, everything should be moderately priced. You don't go out and spend you know, it's like spending $5,000 on a paint job and go and buying $15 wheel or $50 wheels and tires.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
No, it's like, why did you spend so much on the paint job? You should have got a wrap and got better wheels. You know, I don't know. That there again, I that's kind of how I look at it. Every piece
Just grab a
should kind of fit together. You know, don't have one piece that just is like, oh my God, look at that. You know, it's like you could have not got that. Maybe got one rung down and got one rung up there where, you know, would have been better.
Will you be at the MasterTech Expo in March?
We will be at the MasterTech Expo in March, and we'll be running the Clean Wire Challenge. That'll be the event we'll be hosting soon enough. Right, I'm guessing when we get back from Knowledge Fest, we will be talking about how you can enter to be a contestant in the Clean Wire Challenge.
Yes.
So that we'll be talking about that when we get back from SEMA.
Yeah.
It's really all I can say right now.
Everybody can go.
Don't have the details finalized yet, but you can register now.
Everybody can go. You know, like I did say, is pay to play.
If you do get accepted into the Clean Wire Challenge, you get to go. Include the price of admission.
Yeah, you don't pay for your admission. Yeah,
you still have to pay for your flight and your hotel, but
you save some money.
You save a lot of money.
Yes,
it's like $150 savings.
So yeah,
that ought to be fun. I can't wait to start that because that's probably going to take like 2 or 3 months.
Stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure there'll be some criteria and all that crap.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we're right here. No,
I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I saw 5-star. I got excited.
That was just two days, and you don't even remember.
No, I don't remember the parking lot. I'm like, I don't know where we're at. But hey, guys, we're at the store. We're gonna drop off some stuff that we brought with us.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in on our journey home. You guys have a great weekend. What's left of it?
See you guys tomorrow at 6:30.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Facebook, guys.
Later.
YouTube, whatever. Bye.